All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Ba'ath Adabadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. All right, this is Friday afternoon camp. Lord willing to be edifying unto the elect, unto the body, and to the sincere believers and listeners, the hopeful elect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and Salaki. I'm just trying to find a. Actually, I'm just trying to find a good spot to put my phone down there, my stand here. So, Lord willing, let this be edifying to the body, to the sincere believers, the hopeful elect. Okay. Let's see. Salaki, give me a second. All right, so I was keeping up with the things that are going on in the world, man. Other than South Korea has declared martial law. Okay, and then you have that 7.0 or 7.5 earthquake that just hit Northern California. And amongst other things, these are the signs of the times that we're living in. Okay, going to the book of Amos, and these Eves, these Israelite women, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as the speckled bird, whose father's seed line goes back. These women, there are more cases of these women becoming more and more violent, more and more out of control, attacking and killing their own boyfriends or husbands. That's why Elder Apostle Tahar says to stay away from the Israelite woman, especially the so-called black woman, okay, the Judite woman, because she is just a menace, an absolute menace. And also another thing too that's been going on, they're thinking about doing away with these remote jobs, working from home. And a lot of you women, you work from home, okay, on that computer or laptop or whatnot. So, what are you gonna do when AI takes over that particular job field, or that particular field in the job market? Huh? What are you gonna do then? And of course, there's still talks about TikTok being banned if its owner is not, doesn't, I don't know who owns TikTok, China, but we'll see what happens. They say they're gonna ban it in January, but we'll see. But yeah, the Lord is He's making it known. Okay, this is gonna be the book of Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. And it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay? Verse 3, and therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. In verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Okay? So Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai is visiting. Okay? He's visiting the world which he made. But more particularly, he's visiting this place, America, okay? Because his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom, okay? And that's a manifold scripture too, because Israel is also a sinful kingdom. Because look at 2/3 of our own people, they have to die on this side. They have to be deleted. Okay, but and also, in a more broad sense, the sinful kingdom is talking about right here in America. This place is the worst of the worst, and here we are. Okay, this is gonna be like I said, the earthquakes that happened in California, the one in Japan, where like I said, you have more and more uproars of the people. You have more people rising up against their governments. You should see what's going on right now in France. Okay, these people are getting fed up with their governors, their mayor. They're getting fed up with their rulers. Okay, and it's going to get to a point where these people are going to make a stand. Okay. In fact, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? So these people are getting tired of the unrighteous decrees and unfair and harsh, decrees that are going out, man, that are making life harder for this, respective citizens. Okay? And the so-called Latinos, Latino men that voted for Trump, they're starting to understand now. They're starting to finally wake up and realize now the horrible mistake they've made. After voting Trump in, saying that they don't want a woman president in office just because, they just don't feel as though it's right for a woman to be leading, and rightfully so. A woman's not supposed to be in a position of leadership or management. Okay, a woman belongs to. I don't care how misogynistic or how sexist this may sound, but a woman's place is to be at home, okay? Taking care of the house and raising the kids. That is a woman's place, okay? The husband is supposed to be the one taking care of the more detailed and more important matters outside of the home, okay? Business, work, okay, management and all that. But either way, it's the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that Trump was going to get it. Because Trump is going to stir up, those mass deportations. Okay? In fact, let me see here. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay? So you have a lot of migrants that are trying to rush here as fast as possible to get into America. And knowing, that Trump is now going to be the next president, and yet they're trying to rush here as soon as possible. Okay? Trump doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn whether you are here legally or illegally. Okay? If you don't look like him or one of his people, you're out of here. Okay? He doesn't care. You can go back to the you can read about the 1798 Alien Enemies Act. Okay? That's going back to, like I said, those concentration camps. Okay? And deporting people that, of course, are not of your nation. Okay? A lot of these, you Northern Kingdom Israelites, I'm telling you, man, not excluding the Southern Kingdom Israelites, but you Northern Kingdom, you have a lot of hell coming your way. Trying to get in and be, be good with this devil and kissing his ass and all that shit. You so-called Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, you Northern Kingdom Israelites, y'all have no idea. Trump's going to be separating families, taking away parents from their kids, Okay, and then, there's no telling what else is going to be going on. Okay, and the fact that when Trump gets in office, he'll have complete immunity, and he's granting the police criminal immunity as well. So, these racist Edomite cops, man, they want to stop a Jake over. There ain't nothing to stop them at that point from doing whatever the hell it is that they want. All right? This is all just, as the scriptures say, evil men understand not judgment. Okay? There's a reason why these things are happening. That's why you have to have a spiritual eye. In fact, so, like, again, I'll read 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 17 before I get the scripture in mind. And it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Verse 18, for because of their pride and the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay? So, when the time comes when, things become too expensive, or when there's just nothing really on the shelves at the grocery store, and people are scrambling to get whatever they can, and people are going to be fighting over shit. So the best thing right now for you to do is to fast and pray, because as the scriptures say, men shall not live by bread alone but by the word. Okay, this is what's going to sustain you in that day. Yahweh Shem Shai's word is what's going to keep you alive. Okay, when that horrible famine comes and there's no food, you may be going days without food or water, 2 to 3 days without food or water, and you're just trekking along. If we're not martyrs in Jacob's trouble, if we're not, ordained to be martyrs, but we're in the midst of Jacob's trouble, shit, man. That right there is just a trial, Jacob's trouble is going to test you every day. Okay? Let's see. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So, people are going to be, attacking others for food, resources. It's going to basically be the fucking Walking Dead out here. All right? The Walking Dead. You just scrambling just to make it there, just to make it. This is going to be the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17, and it says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Okay, so back to verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And what is the will of the Lord, man? For one, to ultimately destroy this place, gather up his elect, okay, and set up the new kingdom, okay? And part of the will of the Lord is that first we have to know the name of the Father and the Son, and of course we have to fear them, and 2, we have to do as they say by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, just so that way we stay off the Most High shit list. Okay? Because the last thing we want is to die in this place. I don't want to die here. Lord willing, I don't. Lord willing, Lord willing that Yahweh Shem Shai has a place reserved for me amongst his elect, as well as you sincere Akim wa Akwath. So read Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17 again. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. And part of understanding the will of the Lord is that you have to understand, you have to be about about the Father's business. Okay? This is not a time to be, bullshitting around. This is not a time to be playing games and taking this lightly. Okay? You have to be about this walk. You have to be about this truth. Okay? This truth is supposed to make you into a new person, someone better. All right? In verse 18, it says, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So that wine is talking about philosophy. Okay, be not drunk with wine wherein is excess. So don't delve too much and get too into, you know, the worldly philosophy. Okay, the philosophy of man. Okay, there's too much access to that shit. Okay, there's, you know, people leaning upon their own understanding, establishing their own righteousness, doing things according to their own self-proclaimed wisdom. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, people that have experience and have been there and done that, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, they have wisdom to a certain degree. You know, they went through life experiencing certain things. But they don't have this. They don't have the truth like we do. So yes, they have that experience and all that, but we have this. This right here is going to give us the strength and the mindset to be able to overcome what these self-proclaimed wise and experienced people out here are about to go through, okay? So, let's see, verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms, in hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. Verse 20, giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High, the Father, Yahweh, in the name of our Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Verse 21, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of the Lord. So there you go. Submitting yourselves one to another in fear of the Lord. Okay? Submit yourselves to one another in the fear of the Lord. Okay? Humble yourself. Okay? When we're amongst the brotherhood or amongst brothers in general and we're fellowshipping, you have to act as if though Yahweh Shai is right there with you. Because, you know, when two or more are gathered, I am in the midst. So you have to act like Yahweh Shai is right there with you guys. He's right there with you, you know. He's checking your spirit out, you know. He's bringing about those good vibes if the spirit's right, you know. He's not there to stir up any strife, okay? What Yahweh Shai wants is for, you know, his men, his followers, you know, to, you know, the fellowship, you know, to get along, be on the same page, be on one accord, of one mind, okay? To be like-minded, not to be, not to be off in anything. Because remember, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Okay? That's why the scriptures also say, you know, mark them which cause division. Okay? Anybody that causes, you know, problems, or, you know, after one or two admonishments and they still don't get it, you know, you have to just cut them off. That's it, man. We don't want to have no dealings with these people. Okay? So, and also, just, you know, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and everything. You know? Whether it be, you know, if you got relieved of something, or, you know, something happened in the world or at your job, and, you know, if it seems like you won something or succeeded something or gained something, you know, if things seem to be going your way, you know, call Halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know. Remember, everything is of the Lord, man. Nothing is of our own. You know, the Lord is the one who exalteth, and He's the one that abases. He's the one that's going to bring you up, and He's the one that's going to, you know, take you down. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Actually, hold on. I'm going to start on Amos chapter 3, verse 3, and it says, can two walk together except they be agreed? So, can you have two people that have two different opinions or beliefs our mindset. Can they walk together and be agreed? No, they're not on one accord. Okay? In order for two to walk together, to bond together, they have to be on one accord. They have to be on the same page. There can't be no arguments or disagreements between the two of them. Okay? That's why this whole thing with Esau's philosophy here, or what people, the people of this society preach is that, it doesn't matter what your race or color is. We're all human beings. Okay? In this society, Esau Edom teaches, what is it, in the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal? No, we're not all created equal. There's a reason why Esau Edom is the base. He's the lowest of the low. He is the most inferior. He is the most inferior group. He is the most inferior nation. Inferior. Esau Edom is even weaker than these other heathen nations. He's the base. He's the lowest of the low. You can't get no lower than Esau Edom. All right? The only reason why he's in power right now is because the Lord has set him up in there. Set him up in the power seat. So, Amos chapter 3, verse 3 again, it says, can two walk together except they be agreed? No. Verse 4, will a lion roar in the forest when he hath no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? No. Okay? When you watch Animal Planet, when a lion is roaring, in the forest, when he has no prey, what do, when lions, when they conquer their prey, or they are victorious from a battle from enemy opposition, man, they roar in victorious, they roar in victory. Or, when they roar, they're making their presence known. Okay? And verse 5, and the same thing, like a young lion cry out of his den if you have taken nothing. So if he has no food, what? If he has nothing, then what's the point of calling out? All right, you trust me, you can learn a lot. It's true. The funny thing is, you can learn a lot from watching watching animals and just studying their habits and how they live, how they move. Okay? And if you look at the pride of lions and the pack of wolves, hell, even bears, the males have more than one female. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, be fruitful and multiply. And how do you multiply? A man needs more than one woman. He needs 2, 3, 4, however many he can handle. Okay? One man, give him, just for example, give him 10 women. He could create a whole neighborhood, a whole community. Multiple of those women could have more than one baby. 2 of each, so 10 times 2, 20 babies. There you go. You have a small community. All right. Verse 5, can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth wherein gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? So, if you're gonna set a trap, have the bait ready. But if not, have the bait ready. But if there's nothing to ensnare, what's the point, right? It defeats the purpose. In verse 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it? Okay? So if there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it, And that's a question, man. Look at what's going on around you. You know, you have mass shootings. You have, you know, it just seems like, especially here in my city, it just seems like on a daily basis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. However many people are dying either from murder or drug overdose or some sort of illness, right? Like, you people got to pay attention to what's going on. This is all the Lord's doing. As I read in 2nd Esdras chapter 9, the Lord is visiting the world which he had made, okay? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is scrutinizing everybody. And the word scrutinizing is just another word for examine. He's examining everybody, okay? He's checking everybody out, especially us. First and foremost, his own nation, the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners that look like the heathen nations and taking on their customs, whose father's seed line goes back. You are not exempt from this. Okay? If you're an Israelite through your father's seed, his sperm line, then guess what? You are first and foremost being examined by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Because in Amos chapter 3, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying," verse 2, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." Okay, so Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is only dealing with the nation of Israel. Okay, and it plainly says right there in Amos chapter 2. I'm going to read that first line right there. "You only have I known of all the families of the earth." So out of all the nations of the earth, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has only known and dealt with Israel. Nobody else. So I don't know what it's going to take for you Israelites to understand this. So, and here's Amos chapter 8, verse 7, and it says, "The Lord hath sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works." Verse 8, "Shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone mourn that dwelleth therein? It shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall cast out it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. It shall come to pass in the day, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day." Verse 10, "I will turn your feast into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation. And I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon on every head. And I will make it as the mourning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day." Okay, so it's going to be a very dark and gloomy day in the time of Jacob's trouble. And like I said, a lot of you women, you know, working from home on your computer or laptop or whatever, you know, these remote jobs are about to be replaced by AI, so no more working at a call center or any desk job, regardless of what it is. Okay, and there was a video I was watching by one of the other brothers in the faith. It was a video, and this woman said that in the next 10 years, women are going to turn to prostitution and leave out marriages. Okay, so what does that tell you, man? These women would rather sell their goodies for the money rather than have some type of integrity and self-respect to not live a loose life like that and try to work a job or get a husband and be a help unto him. You see these women. Oh man. What makes it funny is that in this society, especially this society here that exalts the woman over the man, they'll put the woman over the man. They'll help a woman long before they'll ever help a man here, especially here in Babylon, aka America. Now, there is no reason whatsoever that a woman should be poor, or shouldn't even be homeless or even poor. If you're a woman and you're homeless here, especially in a society that gives you all the help and benefits, something's seriously wrong. Because right now, you women, this is your time to live it up and have it easy. Even though things are starting to slowly but surely turn around, now that Trump is going to get back in that office, he's going to really change a lot of things. And if you women that are all about your body, your choice, okay? And you say, that you're tired, you're tired of being treated as if you're less than men and you want to be equal to us, well, okay, just wait until that draft comes. When things really get serious and they call back and they put, when they start drafting people, you women are going to be out there wearing the men's boots. Let's see how you like it when you're getting shot at, blown up, seeing people that you're serving side by side with get murked right in front of you. Okay? And that day you're going to realize that you're just a woman. You can't do shit. That's why in the book of Isaiah chapter 13, verse... Let's see. Is it in here? Let's see. There we go. Isaiah 13 and 12. Excuse me. Isaiah 13 and 12, and it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Think about that. He's going to make a man more precious than fine gold, which means that, when all hell breaks loose, a lot of men, whether these men are single, married, or whatever their status is, a lot of these men are going to be dead, are going to be knocked off the map. And there's going to be so few men left that these women are going to be looking for a man for protection. But remember, not all of these women are going to be sincere in that day. Some of these women are going to use and manipulate for their own ulterior motives. But, Lord willing, that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, gives us spiritual power, and we'll have that ability to discern which one of these women is genuine and which one isn't. Because in that day, man, people are going to do whatever it takes to survive. Lie, cheat, steal, kill, deal treacherously. People are going to resort to whatever tactic they can think of. Okay? That's why you just got to like I said, if you don't have this already if you're not fully rooted in this by now, and if your faith isn't firm in this by now, you're going to go through, it's going to be, Jacob's trouble is going to be extremely hard for you. Okay? It's going to be extremely hard. Extremely hard. And you just got to hope and pray that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is still dealing with you, because if not, all I got to say is see you in the kingdom. Because right now, if we are of the elect, the Lord's going to put that cold spirit on us. Okay? That cold spirit, meaning that, no matter who it is, friends, family, loved ones, this or that, etc., we have to come to realization that, not a lot of these people are going to be knocked off. That includes family members, loved ones, friends, acquaintances, people you work with. A lot of them are going to get it. Some of them might be hanging in there with you, but, if they're of the elect, they'll get in order. But if not, then shit, don't worry about them. because they're not going to be worried about you. So read Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12 again. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And who are going to be those precious men? Who are going to be those precious men? The elect, okay? The ones that the Lord is going to turn up with that spiritual power, okay? And yes, spiritual power. You're going to see, you know, some of these men and some of these Israelites that are of the elect, the 144,000, some of these men are going to look like the other nations, man. They're going to look like the heathen. And you're going to see them get amped up and have supernatural abilities. You're going to be wondering, what the hell is up with this guy? Or what the hell is up with him? Why is he able to do all this shit? You know, that's Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And people are going to be, you know, Lord willing, that we do get spiritual power. You know, and you know, when the people start seeing us doing these strange and supernatural miracles and shit, people in that day are gonna realize, like, look, man, I gotta stick with him. If I don't, I'm dead. And that's mainly gonna be you women, as the scripture's saying, Isaiah 4:1. 7 women shall take hold of one man. In fact, let me get it. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1, it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our approach. Yeah, you'll be begging us, you women will be begging us, man, to give you something to live for, because you realize that being a hoe and a strong, independent, I don't need a man type of woman, you're going to realize that that was nothing but a life of bullshit and deceit. Okay? And a lot of you so-called boss bitches, or whatever you are, you're about to find out real quick the difference between a man and a woman, okay? Because these savages out here, these men, you know, these savages out here, these men that know that hell's going to break loose, and, you know, that they're going to be those spirits that are going to be, you know, created for vengeance. Okay, in fact, let me get that. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 30. Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 39, verse 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Okay? So, a lot of these men are going to have that spirit of vengeance on them. Especially these men that have been fucked over by you women. Men have gone to prison because of a woman. Men have gotten killed over a woman. And now those men's friends or comrades, they're pissed off because they want to get back at the woman that got their friend killed. There are men who have been men who've been, publicly humiliated and rejected by women, and they took it, and and some of you women can be very shallow and mean, like mean as fuck, because a lot of y'all like to add insult to injury. And that's okay, because watch, when these men get loose, man, you women have no idea how badly these men want to get their hands on you. Don't even worry about getting ravished. Well, yeah, you got to worry about that, but hey, these men might not even do that. They just may straight up just go ahead and knock you off the map right then and there, just because they have such a strong hatred for you women. I'm telling you. You Israelite women better stop with this bullshit and get in order. Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is not playing this game. He's not playing anymore. In fact, he was never playing to begin with. He is not playing. is socket. This is Psalm 68. Let's see here. So look, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 68. There we go. Psalm 68 and 20. And it says, He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High the Lord belongeth the issues from death. All right? So when you see people getting unalived, whether it be by violence, by an illness, or by whatever means, just know that it is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that ordained it. Okay? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is the one, he's the ultimate judge. He's the one that gets to make the final call on every decision. Okay? His way is the only way. There is no other way but his. And a lot of people can't accept that because they're so damn self-willed. Okay? And self-willed, leaning upon your own understanding, that's not going to get you anywhere. In fact, it says right here, this is Proverbs 8 and 13. It says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way. And the forward mouth do I hate. Forward mouth meaning a perverse mouth, a mouth that speaks lies, deceit, and all that. Verse 14, counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. Okay? So, counsel is, I'm going to read verse 14 again. Proverbs 8 and 14. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. Okay? I am understanding and I have strength. Okay? So, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, he's a man of, he's a man of war, but he's also a man of reason. Counsel is mine. Okay? He makes the determinations, the final calls. And sound wisdom. Okay? He is wisdom, and he's understanding. Okay, so Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai can be merciful and gracious, but at the same token, same time, when need be, he can put his foot down and pull no punches with you. In verse 15, it says, by me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. Okay, so again, verse 15, by me kings reign, and princes decree justice. 16, by me princes rule, and nobles, and even all the judges of the earth. So once again, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. He setteth up over whomsoever he will. Okay? Whenever a certain group of people come into power, who's the one that's lifting them up? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because he ordained it to be their turn to have rulership. Okay, every nation has had their time to rule, has had their empire, has had their riches, has had their glory. But they've all had their downfall too. All right? And look at us, the nation of Israel. Okay? We've had our time in rulership. We went down plenty of times, and Lord willing, that we know, this be the last one. This be the last one, and the next comes the kingdom, and we'll be back on top again. And this time it'll be forever. So, every nation has had their time. All right. And this is verse 31. Proverbs 3 and 31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the froward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous." Okay? So, envy thou not the oppressor, okay? Fuck these people. Just because they have more than us right now is because it's their time to rule. Okay? We're not meant to have what they have right now, because we're still in captivity. Okay? We're still being punished. We're still being punished. In verse 32 it says, like I said, envy thou not the oppressor, choose none of his ways, okay? Don't become like these people. Just because it seems like they're doing better or they're more popular or they're getting more attention than you, fuck that shit, man. Fuck these people's attention. You don't need their attention or approval. The only attention and approval you need is that of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's the attention and the approval that you need. Okay, verse 32. For the froward is an abomination. So for the perverse, the twisted, the deceitful is an abomination to the Lord. But his secret is with the righteous. And what's his secret? It's right here. 33. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Okay? So, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. The house of the wicked. And who's the wicked? Of course, Esau, Edom. Okay? He is that cursed seed. He is that cursed, that cursed nation. That is to be, the sword of the Lord, but at the same time, they're going to receive their punishment, and ultimately their end is destruction. Okay? So, let's see. Verse 34. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. 35. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. Okay? So who do we have ruling over us right now? Fools. Idiots. Anti-logical human beings. They know not righteousness. They know not the true way. They know nothing. All they have is their worldly philosophy, which is nothing. They don't have this. If they had this, if the Lord allowed it, because in all truth and sincerity, and it's a damn shame, it says that the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. And the children of light are the Israelites. So how is it that these heathens have turned out to be wiser than us? How is that? Why is that? So think about that, man. We're supposed to be Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's nation. We're supposed to represent him, but look at how the majority of our people are acting right now. Giving the Lord a bad look, a bad name, okay? That's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not going to hold his tongue anymore. Okay? Let's see. All right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. It says, who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Okay? You know, the more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that you have while growing into this, you know, the more it's gonna make your face shine. You're gonna have that vibe to you. Okay, it's gonna, like I said, it bolden your countenance. It changeth your countenance. The boldness of his face shall be changed. So yeah. So you know, having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, it's gonna have a different look on you, man. And people are gonna see that, and they're gonna sense it. Verse 2: I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, in that in regard of an oath of the Most High. Be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in the evil thing, for he doeth whatsoever he pleaseth him. Okay, so so you know, just gotta watch yourself, man. Don't be so quick to rush into trouble or into things that you have no business in. You know, don't be stupid. Don't do things that you're not supposed to, that you know you're not supposed to do. And you know, stand not in an evil thing. Okay, don't commit any wicked acts, for he doeth whatsoever pleases him. So Yahweh Shem Shai is going to do whatsoever pleases him, and that is righteousness. Okay, because you never know, you could do something, you know, minor or severe. The Most High could take you out of the picture for either, regardless of the severity of the situation, man. Okay, you have to understand, man. The Most High, He is watching everybody, and everybody is on, you could say, borrowed time right now. Okay, nobody is safe from Yahweh Bashim Shai's wrath. Not even us. The only thing I can say is, you know, that we hope is that the Lord remembers us in His wrath, that He, you know, that He have mercy on us, have compassion. Okay. So, to have mercy and compassion, you know, not to knock us off with these 2/3 and the rest of these people. Verse 4, where the Ecclesiastes 8:4, where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feed no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. Okay? This word is what gives you that ability of discernment, man. Okay, that comes with wisdom. These scriptures, you know, they give you the mental capacity and ability to be able to understand and look at things from a spiritual standpoint, which is of the highest level. And you're able to discern the difference between bullshit and real, genuine, fake, good, bad, this and that, a trap or no trap or whatever. Okay? This is what gives you the ability to understand and do that. Okay? That's why, you know, in the book of Joshua it said to meditate thereupon day and night. Okay? Keep these scriptures in mind, man, because really, ultimately, you know, if you've been taking notes on brothers' videos, or you can remember them by heart, that's great, or write them down. You know, study those scriptures, man, because you never know, you may run into a situation where those scriptures may need to come to mind to help you maneuver and avoid trouble. All right. Verse 6, because to every purpose there is time and judgment, Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him. So, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. So, time and judgment. So, see, the Lord is about balance. Okay, there's a time and place for everything. You can read about that in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. There's a time to every season under the sun. Okay, there's time and place for everything, even judgment. Okay, even judgment, even though judgment can happen at the most unexpected times, or it could happen when you have that feeling, or when you know it's going to happen. It could happen. All right. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is all about balance. Okay, keeping things even. Okay. Verse 7, for he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be? So, as the scriptures also say, a man knoweth not his time. A man knoweth not his time. You don't know when your time is up. You don't know when it's time for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to pull the plug, to pull that spiritual plug on you. You don't know when. You don't know. Right now, the Lord could pull the spiritual plug on me right now. Lord willing, that don't happen. He could do it when you go to sleep tonight. He could do it tomorrow morning. Okay, verse 8. There is no man that hath power over the Spirit to retain the Spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Okay? So that right there tells you that man cannot do anything against the judgment. Man can't do anything. He cannot escape the death. Whatever his judgment or whatever his fate is, he can't escape it through the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Man has no power at all. All the power and authority comes from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? A man can't, none of these people out here, they can't retain the Spirit, or they can't bring someone back from the dead. And let me read that scripture again. Ecclesiastes 8:8. There is no man that hath power over the Spirit to retain the Spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. Okay? Man cannot save himself. The only one who could save him is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And there is no discharge in that war, neither shall the wicked deliver those that are given to it. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Okay? Whatever your fate or judgment is, man, that's what it's going to be, because it was ordained by the Lord. You cannot escape it. Okay? Once again, to the Lord belongeth the issues of death. We have to understand that Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, is the ultimate judge, and He is the King of terrors. Okay? He is the right. Okay? He's the one that makes the ultimate call. He's the ultimate judge, the ultimate businessman, the ultimate gangster. He's the ultimate everything. Okay? It's his blueprint, his will, his story. Okay? Yahweh Shai, second in command, is just carrying out the order. Okay? Who do you think is the one that's casting out judgment every day under his Father's order? Yahweh Shai, because he was given, as the scriptures say, all power was given unto me in the heavens and in the earth. So Yahweh Shai has been given that power and authority. Okay? For lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. This book is all about Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. because he's the spirit of prophecy. He is the word that was in the beginning. He's the very first spirit, and under his Father's will, he got everything started. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 9. All this I have seen and applied my heart unto every work that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. Verse 10. And so I saw the wicked buried who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city where they had so done. This is also vanity. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Okay? So, people continue to live in a life of, abomination and wickedness, and then when their time is up, they're not remembered. Okay? Just because judgment is not executed speedily against a certain act that was just done, it doesn't mean that it ain't going to happen later, that something ain't going to happen later. Remember, the Lord is he's going to get you as a thief in the night. Okay? He's going to hit you when you least expect it. The element of surprise. Like, yeah, you should have been paying attention. All right, now let me get all right, this is Isaiah 33 verse 22. Isaiah 33 and 22, it says, "For the Lord is our judge, and the Lord is our lawgiver. The Lord is our king. He will save us." Okay? So again, he's the judge, he's our lawgiver, he's the king, and he will save us. Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Shai is everything. Like I just said, our judge, the lawgiver, our king, and he will save us. So, that's why we're just hoping and praying that, Yahweh sends his son, Yahweh Shai, back soon. And even Yahweh Shai, he's anxious, but he's patient. Because, he wants to gather up his beloved elect and just go ahead and do away with this place. Trust me, Yahweh Shai, trust me, he's ready to get started with judgment. He's ready. Everything is set in place. He's just waiting for his father to give him the command. Okay, Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 and 1, it says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it." Verse 2, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He who hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter." Verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of the carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. Okay? So, there's going to be a lot of bodies in the streets of all nations. Okay? The stench of death is going to be in the air. All these different nations and their cities, their countries within or whatnot, their cities, their towns, they're all going to be turned into just oversized graveyards. Okay? Nobody's going to bury their dead. Okay? They're just going to be bodies in the streets. Whether those bodies be your loved ones, your family, your friends, your acquaintances, co-workers, strangers, enemies, whatnot. The stench of death is going to be everywhere. Okay? Yahweh Shem El Shai is going to turn this place into a legitimate shithole. Verse 4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, falleth off from the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree. So that's talking about that giant mushroom cloud from a nuke. Because you've seen it when a nuke hits its target, that explosion, that giant mushroom cloud, you know, that's what that's talking about. I'm telling you, man, you know, one of those, the name for those missiles that Putin's got, those, I'm not gonna, the S1 and the S2, and you know what the name of those missiles are. I'm just saying that just because, you know, I don't want to get no strikes or nothing. You know, these algorithms that Esau Edom put in place, you just don't know. But the S1 and S2, just one of those missiles alone, well, two of them are more than enough to take out the entire United States. Just two alone. But Yahweh Shem El Shai is going to have a whole multitude of these ICBMs hit this place. This place is going to look like a lake of fire. A nice, big, boiling, fiery, hot pot. Whew. Okay, verse 5, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek pronunciation for Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, and the people of the Lord's curse, the Edomites, the so-called white people. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, it is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Okay? So, Yahweh Shem El Shai has his eyes on you, Esau Edom. So, you... So, you know, like I said, man, you are public enemy number one on the Most High's list, Esau Edom. Okay? You are the number one enemy of our nation. Okay? Let's see here. This is Obadiah. This is Obadiah verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So for what you did to us, we're gonna, you know, the Lord's gonna pay you back double. Okay, you're gonna get double the punishment, the righteous punishment. And there's no stopping it either. All right, this is going to be Joel, the book of Joel, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Now gather thyself in troops, O daughter of troops. He hath laid siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Israel with a rod upon the cheek. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, thought thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting." And who's that talking about? From old, from everlasting. Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Shai is the judge, is going to be the judge, the king, and the ruler of Israel. Okay? Verse 3, "Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth hath brought forth. Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel." The remnant, the elect. Talking about giving us up for a time, that which she travaileth, that time, giving up that time, being in captivity, where we're, living under the rule of another nation or nations, having to live by their laws, and, they're making it harder for us because, they, through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the Lord put the spirit on them to conquer us, But the Lord is going to gather he's going to gather up his remnant, the elect. Okay? In verse 4, "And he shall stand and feed in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his power, and they shall abide. For now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. And this man shall be the peace when the Assyrian shall come into our land. And when he shall tread in our palaces, then shall we raise against him 7 shepherds and 8 principal men. And they shall waste the land of Assyria with the sword, and the land of Nimrod, and the entrances thereof. Thus shall he deliver us from the Assyrian, when he cometh into our land, and when he treadeth within our borders." Okay? So, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh Shai, he's going to be the peace. He's going to be the, he's going to be the peace when, when the Assyrian shall come into the land. And when he shall, and I'm going to read that again, "When he shall tread in our palaces, then shall we raise against him." Okay? So, in the kingdom, man, we're not going to be taking no shit from anybody. Okay? Anyone that tries to come up against us, they're going to be put down right then and there on the spot. Okay? We're not taking shit from nobody. Okay? We're going to be ruling the nations with an iron fist, man. Okay? There's going to be order. And we're going to instill that fear into these other nations. In verse 7, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men." Verse 8, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people." And the Gentiles is talking about the heathens, in the midst of many people. "As a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver." Verse 9, "Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off." Okay? So, Lord willing that we're of that remnant, we get spiritual power, anybody that's against us, man, we can put them down. But at the end of the day, whatever the will of the Lord is, that's what we're going to do, spiritual power or not. Okay? If you're with a brother that has spiritual power in that day, just follow his lead, follow his commands. But, you know, and just be grateful to know that, hey, if a brother, if you're sticking with a brother that has spiritual power and he's looking out for you, that goes to show that the Lord is still dealing with you. He's still dealing with you. It's just not your, it was just not your particular point in time to be, you know, exalted. It was this brother. So, you know, just stay in order. Because once we all get to the kingdom, we're all going to be living, we're all going to be in the realm of godhood, so to speak. We're all going to have spiritual power. We're all going to be able to do things that none of these heathens will even begin to dream of doing. All right? So, you know, just keep pushing and be patient. We're almost the fuck out of here. You know, Lord willing that, you know, sometime next year, it'd be the year that, you know, like I said, you know, we can only hope, you know, watch as well as pray, but, you know, however long that Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua wants to squeeze every ounce he can out of this place, we just have to continue on as is. You know, it's you know, like I said, you know, whenever the famine of the word comes, man, just be ready, because that's when you know it's the time. Okay. Okay, and it says here, this is Joel chapter 6, verse 9. The Lord's voice crieth unto the city, and the man of wisdom shall see thy name. Hear ye the rod, and who hath appointed it? Verse 10. Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Verse 11. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? Verse 12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Okay, so the wicked balances of the wicked, their works, you know, their doings, man, it's not a righteous balance. In fact, it's a one side. It's, you know, it's for the wicked, it's rules for thee but not for me. I'll take but I won't give in return. You know, that's just how the wicked rolls, man. They take but they don't give. They you know, commit usury. You know, and that's the thing. We have, you know, the scriptures say we have to go to our enemy for the want of all things. And so these men are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. This is what happens when you're under that type of influence, that vibration of being under the rule of a nation that does nothing but lie, cheat, steal, and kill. Okay? That influence carries on to other people. Okay? You are who you hang out with. If you hang out with people who are, you know, snobbish, piggish, disgusting, then guess what that says about you? And eventually, their influence is going to rub off on you, and you're going to start ending up being like them. Okay? This is Zechariah 1:15. It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. So there you go. You heathen, the rest of you nations other than Esau, Edom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua is displeased with you that you are at ease, living it up right now, living in comfort, having it easy, kicking back, enjoying yourselves. And the fact that you continue to forward the affliction of the nation of Israel. Okay? To this day, you still continue to forward the affliction of the nation of Israel. Verse 16, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. My house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Verse 17, cry yet, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. Okay? So, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is Yahweh Bashim Slakia. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is returning mercy back unto his people. Okay? He's gonna give us mercy again. Because why? Because like I say, the only nation he's ever known and loved was us. We are his people. We belong to him. We have always belonged to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Even before we were even thought of or created, we have always belonged to him. Okay, we are his special. We are that goodly vine. We are that special seed, the blessed seed. Okay. We are a peculiar treasure unto him, man. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 9. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days. These words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of the Lord of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. Verse 10, for before these days there was no hire for a man, nor any hire for beasts. No restoration for beast. Nor any hire for beast. Neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in, because of the affliction. For I set all men, everyone against his neighbor. So I set all men, everyone against his neighbor. So in those days there was no hire for man, nor hire for any beast. Neither was there any peace to him that went out or came in. So think about it. No hire for man. So man didn't have no job. Man had no money to go out and come back in. That's what it's gonna be like, because that was back then. But relating it to these times, more and more people are gonna be losing their jobs, because there's gonna be more and more layoffs, especially with government jobs. And of course, eventually it's going to be regular jobs too. Because, not just because of AI, but a lot of these companies, they can't afford to pay their employees. So think about it. Less employees, which means, yeah, there may be if you're one of the very few lucky employees that stays and doesn't get laid off, yeah, that's more work for you, more hours and more money, yeah, but you're gonna be working your ass off. You're gonna be wishing that you had more people there. You're gonna be working like a slave. I mean, how about Shimei al-Shai? You know, he's gonna use this devil to make people's lives a true living hell. Okay? So, like I said, you know, we still got till the end of this month, December, going into January next year. We'll see how it turns out, because anything can happen from now until Trump's inauguration, and then after that. But if Trump makes it to office, we'll see what happens from there. But just know that, the way things are going for America, it's not looking good. All right? So, and another thing, again, I saw another video from one of the brothers. I think it was Arrows of Indignation. Yeah, I think it was him. There was a video about something called the birth dearth. How the so-called white population was only 7%. And what does Obadiah say again? The book of Obadiah. No, I skipped it. Let me get there. Amos. Obadiah. Obadiah chapter 2, Obadiah verse 2, and it says, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? So, not only are you so-called white people the base nation, but you are truly the minority. Okay, 7%. That's that means like there's only every so 100, like a few 100 million Edomites in the world, if that. You guys have a very small population, as in compared to everybody else. So not only are you the base nation, but you are also the least populated. Okay? So that right there tells you that's, you're the cursed seed, Esau. So, Lord willing that this was an edifying camp unto the body and to the few sincere believers and listeners. But before I leave, before I close out, let's see. That's all I had for today. Lord willing, it was edifying unto the body and to the sincere believers and listeners. And with that, I would like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kodash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Ba'ath Dawudah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom, Barakatam.